No, they're not your friends, but they'll pretend to be.
How pathetic can some people be?
I'm a big sports fan. Do we have any sports fans here tonight? You guys like sports? Beautiful. Awesome. I love sports. I love them. But I get annoyed by sports broadcasters because I feel like they always use the same lines, same cliches. Like in football, when a player scores a touchdown, there's a little celebratory dance. A lot of times the announcer will be like, "Oh my God, that is a classless display. That is classless." I'm like, seriously? This is a game where people knock each other out, break their necks, get brain damage, concussions. And you're talking about class? This is not the opera or beauty pageant, man. I know if I played football, I scored a touchdown, and I was still alive, I'd want to do a dance too. Other thing the announcers will say a lot will be like, "Oh my gosh, that guy has deceptive speed. That guy has deceptive quickness." What that means is, dang, that guy's fast. But we didn't expect that because he's white. This is unbelievable. The white boy can run. Who knew?
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOC.
Oh, it's going to be good. I was thinking, man, I'm going to really miss when Washington football team chooses a new name. Team president Jason Wright has come out and said there's a pretty good chance the franchise will continue to be called the Washington football team through the 2021 season. So that means as we sit here 365 days from now.
You mean this whole season?
No. 2021 next year.
Yeah, but isn't this the 2021? Because we're 2020 and then the Super Bowl is 2021.
No, this is always known as the 2020 season because it wraps up right at the end of the year. Then the playoffs and all that. That's not the...
So you think he's saying the 2020 and the 2021 season?
He is saying the 2021 season, and this is the reason why. It's important to engage the community and the fans. We're in the process of identifying the folks that should weigh in over time. We want this name and brand to represent the entire area, to represent the fan base, but to also attract new folks to this fan base. We want to grow this fan base. How many times are you going to say fan base in this comment? Jesus. As part of our new identity.
Well, they have, and other teams in Washington, D.C. are the Senators, the Capitalists, or the Capitals. Capitals. They should, the Capitals.
Maybe that's what they should go with, the Capitalists.
Or the Liars.
Dan Snyder.
The Liars.
Why are they the liars?
Because everybody in D.C. lies. That's where the most liars in the country live, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Right? They're all
the lobbyists.
Lying. The lobbyists.
The Washington lobbyists would be fun.
The term limits? No, that's stupid.
The lobbyists.
The lobbyists. Maybe that's what they should be called.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, the sleazeballs. I mean, pond scum.
Somebody said the bullets. There's a lot of shootings in D.C.
Well, that used to be the NBA team's name.
That's right.
And they had to change because of that. They were like, it's a bad message to be sending across. But it's like, dude, football team sounds like it is the weirdest thing to say. That's the Washington football team. Like, I feel bad for the announcers every time they have to say
I haven't tuned in.
Team.
I haven't, but because I wouldn't say it if I was them. I would just say Washington versus Green Bay, the Packers.
Yeah, but
or Washington. Just use Washington every time.
You understand, and they do. I would say probably the.
But yeah, they throw it in,
but not as much as they do late night jokes about Donald Trump.
Right. They're still saying the football team more than the late night guys are poking fun at.
And you know
Joe
what?
Biden.
I think it's time that the broadcasters actually force the hand of Jason Wright and his boss, Dan Snyder, and say, okay, you know what? You want to go by football team? We're going to call you football team. Football team taking on the Dolphins. Football team taking on the Cowboys. Football team. And just continue to refer to them as football team because then they will finally come around to changing their name.
But no, maybe they don't want to change their name. Maybe they want to say, listen, you know what? We were too controversial for y'all before this happened. So you know what? We're just going to go with the football team because it's the safest name. It can't offend anybody. So maybe that's Dan Snyder's joke on everyone else.
That's what I kind of think. So you know what?
Is he that clever? I don't know.
If you're going to give him that, then give him that. Go right back at him. The Washington Vanilla Beans, because that's how bland they are, and they suck anyway. So I mean, does it really? I mean, to even call them a football team is a compliment at this point. Congratulations to the organization known as Football Team. You are Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Don't be a dummy when it comes to your landscape supplies. Go to Peterson U-Cart on Gusta Road, just north of Quickie Car Wash in Atascadero.
We load, you cart, you save.
Knew everyone on it, and I was like, nope, this is weird. I'm out, and like deleted, never again. I'll just hang out with my dog.
That is the drawback to doing it in an area like what we live in, because
Totally.
you grew up here. And when you grow up here, I've found that people that grow up here, and still live here, if they get into, if they make it past 25, they're legendary status and everybody knows who they are.
So here's the deal.
That's why I got to move.
I think you're going to be happy with your answer, because people that use dating apps have more STDs than people that don't use dating apps. Yes, that is a fact.
Well,
that is a study that was done in Sweden. And if it's done in Sweden, and it's true in Sweden, it's got to be true here.
Do you have to really do that study to know that that's the case, though? Come on.
Because people that use these apps usually are just trying to hook up, right? They're just trying to scratch an itch.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
if
I'm
you're
not using those apps. And now you've just sealed the deal. Not happening.
So my question to you is, when you were entering this app dating environment and it backfired, were you thinking long term, or were you just looking to scratch an itch?
There's like those apps out there where I know it started as the whole like hookup thing, but there are those ones that are like, they pitch it as you're supposed to go out on dates and whatnot. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this a go. So I truly did sign up for the ones that, like they said, these ones are for the dates, these ones are for the whatever. And nope, still freaked me out. And I'm done. I'm just going to either old school meet someone or just live a life of loneliness.
Yeah, that's a bit strange going through there, and because you're seeing all these people on there, but they're also seeing you.
Maybe you should have put that you lived in Santa Maria.
Oh, maybe not.
And a different name and a different picture.
Yeah, you could go back on. You should do this, and then you report back to us. Give us a Bakersfield one. See what kind of talent you can pull out of Bakersfield. Oildale. You grew up here. You probably know about Oildale. I mean, Jeff and I have only been here 15 years, and we know about it. Let's see. Where else?
Hey, that could be a good gold digger plan, actually.
What's that?
There's
Oildale?
there's a lot of money in Bakersfield, and I know we're always quick to dismiss Bakersfield because they have to live in Bakersfield, but they have a lot of money, and they come over here and they spend a lot of that money.
Yeah, sure.
So
You could just have them here on the weekends.
and I would think that those people with a lot of money who romanticize this area of California, that they would find it as a bit of a feather in their cap,
right?
If you're a gold digger here living locally.
And you don't want that commitment to where you're going to fall in love. You just want to, have fun.
Maybe you do.
Scratch an itch.
Well, most gold diggers do. They want to at least.
And then you only have to see them on the weekends.
Most gold diggers, you want to get married if you're a gold digger, because then you get half.
Oh, that's true.
Out the gate.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
You're not thinking like a gold digger.
You're right.
Jeremy.
I'm not a gold digger. You're more of a gold digger than I am. We just realized that about each other, didn't we? Jeff's more the gold digger in this relationship.
You want to land them, get them to move here, buy you a house, and then divorce them.
If they can't afford to buy you a house here, then they ain't that rich.
That's the benchmark.
Are you taking notes? Whitney.
Yes,
Whitney is taking notes.
She's not a
Thanks
gold
for
digger.
looking out for me.
She's too nice to be a gold digger.
Wow. Okay. So, Jeff and I were just talking about the debate a little bit earlier. Are you going to be tuning in to see who gets muted first and who reacts?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's must-see TV for me too. Jeff says he doesn't want anything to do with it.
I might watch it because there's no farmer's market tonight. If there was farmer's market.
We do miss the farmer's market. I've been getting the box, which I love, because I never know what's coming in the box until I go get it. Yeah. And because it's just Charlene and I, we just get it every other week, because otherwise it's way too big, and we get the small one.
Are you learning new recipes?
Yeah, I wish I was, but I'm pretty lazy. I just kind of do what I do. They do send us, we get the one from Tally, and they do send us some recipes. Have you ever got a box before, Jeff?
Yeah, I usually get them from Amazon, though, to be honest with you.
You get a produce box from Amazon.
No, I don't. No. See, you did not say that it was a produce box.
Well,
You were
we're
just
talking about
the box.
farmers market's
So
produce
for
box.
those of you that aren't in the know,
Okay.
that's what they're talking about.
Gotta keep up.
The produce box.
All right. So you guys are still having these produce boxes delivered down to your office downtown, and people can. It's a good point to pick them up at.
Yeah, so it's a pickup spot. We work with Slow Veg, and they curate a box of local produce from a lot of different farmers in the area. And we are a pickup spot every Thursday from 12:30 to 7:30. And if you want to sign up for the subscription box, you can choose either every week, every other week, once a month. They start at about $31 a box, I think, and that's like more produce than I could ever. If you're on your own, it's like itty bitty boxes, kind of the perfect size. But yeah, you can sign up slowveg.com and pick it up and see my bright, shiny face that you miss every Thursday.
Yeah. By the way, the mailman reached out. Frog Titties. He reached out, and I told him, I said, I'm going to buy you a beer as soon as we can.
Gosh,
so
love it.
I don't know his real name, but we'll figure that out later.
I love it. Yeah, gosh, I know it's such a bummer because it's one of our favorite things to do with the costume contest, the karaoke contest, all sorts of things. I know you guys love that. So yeah, we are unfortunately not able to do that, but the Slow Parks and Rec are doing a virtual costume contest as well as a virtual pumpkin decorating contest, and they do have a scavenger hunt. So you submit your photos by October 28th, and you're entered to win a bunch of prizes. They have all the information you could ever want on that. You can either go to their Instagram, Slow Parks and Rec, or you can go to the website slowcity.org, and if you go to the Parks and Rec page in their special events tab, you'll be able to find out how to enter their virtual contest.
These virtual things are so. There's so many of them.
There's so many of them.
What? So if you enter the virtual contest and you have a costume, like what are some of the prizes?
They didn't specify, and I did see there was some Mountaineer gift cards up for grabs. So I would think similar, like there'll probably be some good like local businesses. I know Mountaineer for sure. I'm not sure what the other ones are.
I'm telling you, this is the way to go if you have kids that want to enter the costume contest, because I've had kids that want to enter the costume contest, and by that time of day, when you finally get around to costume time and they got to parade them up onto the stage, let everybody look at them, these kids are a wreck. They're not only a wreck because they've gone to all the retailers downtown and they've gotten all the candy and they've eaten as much as your parents will allow you to eat, and now they're coming down off that sugar crash, and it's their bedtime. So it's like the perfect storm when they start calling these kids up on stage. And I'm telling you, virtual, where were you 3 years ago?
So that's going to be taking place. What do you go through? downtownslow.com?
We have information on our website, but it is run by the city, so your best bet would be to go to slowcity.org.
All right. And then we talked about this raffle last week, downtown stays, hotel and restaurants, certificates, plenty of stuff from merchants downtown as well.
Yeah, tickets are still available, so if you want to purchase a raffle ticket, you can come to our office, 1135 Choro Street, or you can call us 805-541-0286. Tickets are $20 a piece, or $6 for $100, $15 for $250, and we will be selecting multiple winners every Saturday in November.
And how many people are actually are dropping the $250 for the 15? I would think that the $6 for $100 has got to be the most popular.
I think the $6 for $100 is probably the most popular, but gosh, it's been pretty crazy how fast these tickets are going. I mean, I can't really blame them. Like, even my parents are like, I want tickets, because like the dinner and wine pairing at Giuseppe's, like there's some like legit things in here
right.
that definitely pay off. So
is there? Are you going to stop it at some point? Are you going to say, okay, we're only selling so many raffle tickets?
I think there are only 750 tickets available, and I believe we're getting close to the halfway mark on that, and they've been on sale for maybe like a week and a half. So, yeah, if you want tickets, come and get them.
All right, downtownslow.com for more information on that. We'll catch up with you next time, Whit.
Sounds good.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.